What's happening, YouTube? What's happening, my traders? It's JD Trades, and I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown of today's price action and everything that's happened so far inside of the Telegram. So, I did send out these trade ideas for gold. Let's just take a look at it and break it down, right? So, for gold, we did have a drop, right? I'd say around New York session today, we had a drop, a quite aggressive drop. Now, I noticed with the downside of this wick, where did price stop, right? Price came to the Asia low, okay? Once it went down to the Asia low, we actually saw price start to retrace and pull back. So I posted my chart analysis inside of the Telegram, as I always do, my free Telegram. Link to the Telegrams in the description box down below, as always. And I said to the Telegram, like, look, we have a potential trade inside this area here. Okay, so we were looking like this. And I said here, let's monitor this area and wait for a potential pullback into this area to go long, right? Because from looking at all the price action I can see here, there's a good chance that price will give us a push to the upside. And we can also see that we had these minor, well, structural breaks, right? If you look at this lower high here, lower low, we broke above it there. Okay, so we had a couple of imbalance tests on the 1 minute here. So we had tap there, and then we had the push up. So I was thinking, cool, this has a really good chance of giving us a move. Now, my next attention was to see exactly what the DXY is doing, because whenever I do want to take a position on gold, I need to understand what the DXY is doing and how it may potentially affect my position. So we had the flip picture here. We had London's high, okay, being targeted, right? So the liquidity resting above today's London session high was taken there. And then we had that change there as well, okay? So we had prices breaking beneath this 5 minute lower higher low to give us that lower low. So I was thinking, okay, we may get a test and then a move lower. So once we were sitting inside this area, I was thinking, okay, so as long as we don't break this 5 minute high, gold has a very good chance to go long. So then I posted this chart inside of the Telegram, let everyone know. And what did we see happen? Right? You can see by the price action here that gold just kept on flying down. And this is something I explained to those of you that are inside of my Telegram's chat, right? My Telegram's group chat is, if you ever notice price just slamming down in one direction and you've got an entry price, right? You don't want to just take that trade straight away. You want to see price at least slow down, show signs of rejection at your entry level. Okay, especially when we're in markets where price has just been bullish for a very long time. It's been very choppy. So it's like you want to make sure you see potential signs. An example would be something like here. When price came here, you see how we had a very nice wick rejection there. We had price pull back, another push up, pull back, another push up. So that's showing you intent, right? That's showing you price to slow down inside of a potential entry area and is now looking to reverse in the other direction. So with that information, I just waited for a little bit more confirmation and I allowed price to kind of play out and see exactly what it wanted to do, right? I now noticed that we did form this lower high here on the 15-second time frame, and we played straight back down into this 1 minute imbalance here. Now, with all that kind of framework, because I always mention this, guys, it's framework, framework, framework. You need framework to trade gold, to look at certain asset classes. You can't just jump in willy nilly, right? So I waited for this lower high to be broken, okay, and see if we can get a retest or a pullback. Now, again, there's many different ways you could have played this. You could have used the fib, right? Looked for a 50% entry and entered there. You could have played the imbalance from this candle's high to this candle's low and played that entry there, right? You could have waited for this original area down below and taken your entry there. There's so many different ways you can skin the cat. Okay, so from understanding this, how price has broken the lower high, we've had a shift of market structure in the lower time frame, we've pulled back down. I'm now going to enter in for that long, right? So like I said, this trade idea was posted inside the Telegram. If you guys want to check out the trade idea, the link to the Telegram's in the description box of this video down below. Right, so once price pulled back down, we started to see price. As you can see, we're seeing signs of slowing down and rejection. This is that potential footprint, that confirmation for price potentially reversing. Flip side of the dollar, we saw the dollar start to print lower prices here, right? And I noticed that cool, we could actually get a potential play. Okay, if we get price breaking this low, we can get a play back up to test, okay, this candle area here, and actually give us a move lower. And you know, as you guys can clearly see, that's how it played out to the T. Okay, we saw gold start to, you know, continue to accumulate, keep on pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher, right? Now, there was an opportunity for a re-entry, okay, as some people did get stopped out of the first entry due to spreads. The entry was a little bit down here, but you might have been stopped out due to spreads. So I said to myself, okay, I need to look for another entry. Where could I enter? And we had a test of this 5 minute candle, right? Which should be sufficient. I'm even fumbling my words, guys. Sorry. Should be sufficient. You can tell it's been a long day. It's really late here. I should really be chilling. But yeah, should be sufficient to give us a continuation to the upside. Okay. We had other targets. Okay. So we had our first target, which is this 5 minute candles high. Okay. Then our second target would be the imbalance, right? Then our third and fourth target would be the liquidity resting above this high, and then of course all-time highs for gold, right? So initially this trade has been stretched out a lot higher, but we did pretty much hit TP1, TP2, TP3. We haven't hit TP4 as of yet, but as you can see, we had a lot of tests back into the original 5 minute imbalance that I was looking out for earlier. But then we also had tests on the lower time frame. You know, I always say this, there's so many different ways you guys can interact with the market. You could have entered off of this pullback here, right? On the 1 minute. You could have entered off of this pullback here on the 1 minute as well, right? So that's entry. You got entry here, you got entry here, you got entry here. So there's many different types of entries that you can use to advantage once you have a strategy that works very well, right? So as you can see, this is where we're currently sitting. We are 2% up on the first move and 2% up on the second move. So we are waiting for the final TPs to get hit. And, you know, probably by the start of Asia, we might see these remaining TPs get hit. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this kind of breakdown of today's trades. And if you enjoy this type of content, please leave a like on the video. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications to get notified whenever I post a new video. And as I always say, guys, the link to the free Telegram is in the description box down below. And always remember the theory behind the practice. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.